Litecoin is the silver to Bitcoin's gold, but can it outshine its elder brother and reach a staggering $1,000 by 2025? Let's find out. Litecoin is a cryptocurrency often referred to as the silver to Bitcoin's gold. It's a decentralized, peer-to-peer digital currency that was created as a fork of the Bitcoin blockchain in 2011. While it shares many similarities with Bitcoin, Litecoin has key differences that aim to improve upon its predecessors, which include faster transaction speed, larger supply, and different mining algorithms. These features have positioned Litecoin as a popular choice for everyday transactions and as a potential investment asset. And did you know that Litecoin was the first ever altcoin? That's right. While Bitcoin is often hailed as the pioneer of cryptocurrencies, Litecoin actually holds the title of the first alternative cryptocurrency, or the altcoin, to be created. It was launched in 2011 by Charlie Lee, who is a former Google engineer, with the goal of improving upon Bitcoin's technology. Before talking about the projections, let's take a look at the current stats of Litecoin. Right now, the price is hovering around $60 mark with a market cap of $4.5 billion. Almost 89% of the total supply is in the circulation now, and the inflation rate of Litecoin is reduced every day and is halved on the dates of halving, which happens at every 840,000 blocks. Daily Litecoin inflation rate is 0.005%. Annual Litecoin inflation rate is 1.8%. This helps keep the supply of Litecoin limited and predictable, which contributes to its scalability as a currency. Its all-time high recorded is of $412.96, which is 6 times from the current price. Now let's get to the projections. The most popular prediction by major analysis is around $800. Now that is an ideal situation, and I'll explain how that will be possible. The bare minimum possibility for Litecoin price is to reach $400 at the peak of this bull cycle. This one is easily possible and can happen without any other factors other than the bull cycle itself. If you take a look at the chart, Litecoin has always broken its previous high in every other bull run. So it is only reasonable to believe that it will do so in this bull cycle as well. And if it does, we are seeing a price mark of more than $400. Now, one factor that can fuel this process and push the price even higher is the possibility of Litecoin ETF. A lot of people thought that Litecoin ETF will be approved by the SEC before the ETH ETF because Litecoin shares similarities with the Bitcoin. So SEC will be more inclined to accept it easily than any other coins. But apparently, they accepted the ETH ETF first. Now we have rumors surrounding Solana ETF and also Litecoin ETF. I personally think it is going to happen. All the companies who launched their ETFs for Bitcoin and ETH, including BlackRock, VanEck, Vanguard Grayscale, have reported decent volume inflows. So much that BlackRock CEO Larry Fink called Bitcoin digital gold. They are profiting decently from these ETFs. That's why they launched ETH ETF and will eventually come to Litecoin, which will be easy to process since it shares similarities with the Bitcoin. About a month ago, asset manager CoinShares recorded outflows in Bitcoin and ETH ETPs, but recorded inflows in Solana, Polygon, and Litecoin's ETPs. This indicated interest from institutional investors in these altcoins, despite the market downtrend. Now, do you know that ETFs are a subset of ETPs that are accepted by the SECs in the US? But the key factors applied on ETFs and the ETPs are the same. So if there is interest from institutional investors in Litecoin ETP, that indicates that there will be interest in Litecoin ETF with much more exposure and the volume. And companies that are benefiting from strong inflows in spot Bitcoin ETF and ETH ETF, they will definitely want to cash in on the Litecoin ETF eventually, which can push the price of Litecoin to $800 or maybe even across $1,000. This by far is the only factor I can account for that will lead the price of Litecoin to break its previous all-time high and make a 2x from there. There hasn't been any other announcement, changes or updates from the Litecoin Foundation that will indicate otherwise. They are still sticking for Litecoin to be a payment solution, and so far they have been able to generate ways for its utilization as a payment solution. But it is still far from being used by institutions because of its volatility. That to me is a moot point which they are still trying to pursue because that's how they initially promoted Litecoin. Anyways, this is a topic for another video. I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And as always, I'll see you in the next video shortly, so stay tuned.